Jury selection started today in rapper Sean Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking trial. Legal experts say that process could take several days to complete. Fox's C.B. Cotton has more from New York.
Sean Diddy Combs back in a New York courtroom on Monday for the first day of his federal sex trafficking trial. Attorneys question prospective jurors about their beliefs on sexual harassment, hip-hop, and drug use. They are working to find a panel of 12, along with 6 alternates who can decide the rapper's fate.
This is an opportunity for the judge, the defense attorney, and the prosecution to look at both sides, pull jurors that are going to specifically look at these violations and determine if there was a conspiracy, racketeering, and sex trafficking.
Prosecutors claim Combs ran a criminal enterprise through his business empire, where he and his associates engaged in sex trafficking and forced labor. He's also accused of verbally and physically assaulting victims and using his employees to hide the crimes. The 55-year-old has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Defense attorneys say any sexual acts were consensual, and they suggested at a pretrial hearing that Diddy had a swingers lifestyle.
Shoes are going to fall off because I'm going to see more and more people from Hollywood that are going to be exposed through this.
Dozens of men and women have claimed the rapper abused them, but prosecutors will focus on 4 of the cases. Diddy faces the possibility of life in prison if convicted. He rejected a plea deal, which included a potentially reduced sentence. The trial is expected to last at least 8 weeks. Opening statements are scheduled for next Monday. In New York, C.B. Cotton, Fox News.
Well, a man killed in a road rage shooting in Arizona gets to speak to his killer in court through artificial intelligence.
In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
Well, that is an AI-generated image and video of Chris Pelkey's face and voice giving an impact statement towards his killer. The 37-year-old U.S. Army veteran was shot to death in 2021, and Pelkey's sister, Stacey Wales, wanted the court to hear what she believed her brother would say if he were still alive. His brother said he was deeply moved by the presentation.
Something about seeing Chris and the man that I knew and the belief that I thought in my head that Chris would have forgiven this guy. But to see his face and to hear his voice say it, just waves of healing washed over my soul.
Well, now his widow turned to her husband and a friend to create this video. Chris Pelkey's killer was sentenced to nearly 13 years in prison.